So I just bought a new WAN 2000 watt inverter generator. One of their super quiet line. It's the model 5603i, carb compliant. Just arrived from Amazon today. So I'm gonna do a little unboxing. Let's go. I just opened the top of the box. Got some paperwork here, which is probably a manual or whatever. I bought this to prepare for my trip. I'm going to tackle the Rubicon Trail. Got my BMW outfitted with some off-road tires and bring it on, Rubicon, bring it on. So looks like it comes with a funnel to fill it with gas. A couple tools here, Phillips screwdriver, a little wrench, and some kind of metal tube here. I don't know what it's for, but okay. Let's get this out of the way. Let me see if I can get this out with one hand. Okay, I'm gonna have to put the camera down. Okay. This thing comes in at 39 pounds. It's, comes in on the lighter end than a lot of its competitors. So that's another thing that drawn me to purchasing this particular unit. And it runs quieter. Like in my local Costco had a Yamaha. I forgot what model, but it's a Yamaha. The specs were similar to this 2000 watt peak, roughly 1600. I forgot the term, but 1600 constant voltage. I think that's what it's called. But they're running at 65 decibels. This one is supposed to come in at 51 decibels. So it's lighter and it's quieter, and it produces a tad more power. As far as quality, I really don't know. Never had one, so I don't know how long they last. I read pretty good reviews about them. Not to mention the Yamaha at Costco, they won at $499. I picked up this for $377, brand new from Amazon. Spark plug, gas cap, oil. Let's see the other side. The start, the pull string, to start the thing. Let's see all the plugs and outlets. It got AC 120 volt NEMA 520R, output light, overload light, I guess low oil light possibly. I got a DC 12 volt outlet, two DC 5 volt USB plugs, fuel off on, choke, reset circuit breaker, parallel connect. If you have like two or more, you can connect them parallel to increase the power of this thing. You got an eco mode button too. So yeah, I've been wanting to get one. Every outdoor enthusiast should have one, especially you going camping. I bought one like last year online, but then 5 minutes later I canceled because I changed my mind, and I've been putting it off for like a year or two. I was gonna buy one last year. In October there was a lot of fires going on around California, so PG&E decided to turn off the electricity during the hot weather to prevent fires. So everyone had to go buy one of these for their home. So like all the stores were out, or sellers were gouging people. So I didn't buy it then either. But I bought one now. I figure I go ahead and get one now while they're cheap, because when October comes around again, prices might be up again, and it might be scarce. So went ahead and made the plunge. Yeah, can't wait to try it out when I'm on that Rubicon Trail. All right, see you guys out there.
I got a map of Death Valley backcountry roads there. It's a map of all the backcountry roads in Death Valley. I got it off the internet. The reason why I have this is, well, it's kind of obvious and that I'm planning a visit. I've been meaning to go camping at Death Valley. For experience. I never camped Death Valley, so it's just one of those things that I want to try. So that's why I have this map. It's not for anything sinister. I don't live in the area. I don't live in Southern California. I live in Northern California. So anyways, I got a B-class camper van with no four-wheel drive, just two-wheel drive. It doesn't have much clearance either. So I'm kind of like confined to certain campgrounds, right? But at the same time, I don't like to camp at like developed campgrounds where the majority of visitors camp, so like Furnace Creek and this and that, right? I like to venture off these main roads a little bit. But I was looking at this map, and I'm looking at the dirt road definitions, right? So, unpaved roads, maintained gravel roads, where a standard two-wheel drive vehicle less than 8 inches of clearance is able to travel at low speeds. Expect washboard and dust. Okay, that's an unpaved road. A high clearance road is a maintained or unmaintained gravel roads where a high clearance two-wheel drive vehicle such as SUV or truck type vehicle with at least 18-inch tires, good tire tread, and 8+ inches of ground clearance is able to travel safely. Expect washboard, ruts, or high center, may be rocky with areas of soft gravel or sand that makes travel unsafe for sedans or RVs. Okay, four-wheel drive roads is unmaintained dirt roads where high clearance four-wheel drive vehicle, four-wheel drive SUV or truck type vehicle with at least 15 inches, 15-inch heavy-duty tires, good tread, 8 inches of ground clearance, can travel without getting stuck. Four-wheel drive roads may be rocky with deep sand or gravel and steep hills. And then the fourth definition is rough four-wheel drive. Very rough, unmaintained dirt roads, passable only by high clearance four-wheel drive vehicle, four-wheel drive SUV, truck type vehicle with at least 15-inch heavy-duty tires, good tread, 12 inches of ground clearance, and a low gear transfer case with a driver experience in four-wheel drive techniques, four-wheel drive roads. Okay, if you notice, I highlighted unpaved roads with a yellow highlighter. That's because that's the road I'm pretty much confined to. I'm not gonna try this, and I definitely ain't gonna be able to take care of this or travel over these roads. So all the unpaved roads, I highlight in yellow. For instance, this strip here from the 190 up to Point South Pass. So this is a unpaved road that I can traverse with a two-wheel drive, and this allows camping. If you notice, like these roads in red, they kind of like have a yellow background. That means you cannot camp in these areas. Well, you can camp in these areas, but they have to be in a developed campground. Like for instance, you have to camp here. You can't camp on the side of the road here. Whereas over here, you can go ahead and camp, 20 feet off the road or whatever. So that's why it's highlighted yellow. That's somewhere I can go with my two-wheel drive that isn't confined to where the majority of the visitors are. So it's a little bit off this paved road, but it's not exactly hardcore four-wheeling. So this strip here and this strip here I highlighted yellow, but I realized it has a yellow background, so I can traverse it. My two-wheel drive camper van will be able to
go up it, but I won't be able to camp anywhere around there. I would have to camp at Wild Rose. I couldn't go ahead and pull over and camp there if I wanted to because it's in the yellow section. Um, this road here, which is from this road near Scotty's Castle all the way up to here. I don't know what road that is, but all of this is traversable with my two-wheel drive camper van, and it allows camping along here. Where else? Also, this road here is highlighted yellow because two-wheel drive vehicles can traverse this unpaved road, but it is in a yellow area and you're not supposed to camp there. You have to stick to a developed campground like right over here. Now, another part where you can camp is and traverse with a two-wheel drive vehicle is this road right here. Up until this point, it's traversable with a two-wheel drive vehicle, and then when it gets this point, it's a high clearance road, so it doesn't require two-wheel drive, but it requires you have like big knobby tires and higher clearance. So that's probably something I would stay away from with my vans. But you know, if I wanted to, I can explore this area here and maybe camp around here because that's not restricted. But everywhere else is pretty much restricted. Um, so that's kind of where I'm stuck to. And I plan to visit there. I wanted to visit there sometime this year, but it's already near the end of February. It's gonna be March soon, and then it's gonna start getting warm. If I don't make it out there before summer, then it might be in October when the weather's cool again, because there's no way in hell I should be out there during summer when it's like 90 degrees or 100 degrees. That's just not me. Some people would, but you know, I prefer the outdoor weather to be in the high 70s at the most. Anything else, you know, I'm gonna be, you know, fried. So I just don't enjoy that type of weather. For long periods of time, that is, you know, maybe momentarily. But anyways, so yeah, that's the plan there. In the future, obviously, you know, I might get a four-wheel drive. I mean, that's what I wanted to do in the past, but I ended up with this camper van without four-wheel drive, just two-wheel drive. So, I mean, I always, you know, for a while now, for a couple of years now, I've been wanting to get into four-wheeling and off-roading. But I just don't have the equipment right now for it or the vehicle. But maybe in the future, I would definitely love to, you know, go on some of these trails here and check it out.